What is going on, everybody? Here on a Monday afternoon. Today's show is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to break down any certain games. We're going to do a NBA playoff preview show. We're going to actually go through them all and tell y'all who we like to move on and just set it all up for everybody. We got a we got a full cast today. First off, our guy, Spread Gladiator. What is up, man?
Thanks again for having me, JD. Joe, what's up? Here we are, fellas. The final countdown of the NBA. Playing tournament starting soon, and soon we'll be crowning the next NBA champion. Looking forward to tackling the slate with you guys.
Whew, sorry about that. I'm here choking. then then we have our main man, Joe. What is up, man?
Yo, how's it going? Uh been feeling pretty good, riding the wave, took a little break. I was so close to hitting a plus 875 parlay yesterday. Zach Levine, you're banned. Yeah, man. Can't wait to kick this off, man.
Like it. I like it.
I think this is the most evenly matched playoffs in a while.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was gonna lead off here. Well, first off, we got Josh here in the crowd. Happy Monday. What's going on, man? For everybody, Josh is going to be on tomorrow's show. So y'all definitely make sure to tune into that. Yeah, as far as the NBA, I mean, like growing up when I was a kid and everything, like I was all about it. Like I was so into it. Then especially over the last few years, it just to me just has not been the same. And I haven't been really excited about it. But seeing the way just all the way the season ended, so where everybody ended up, I am actually I'm pumped up to see this and see how this plays out because these matchups are absolutely great. And I think this is going to be as far as actually to actually bet on it of course that's gonna be fun. But I think just overall, just as far as basketball, it's just gonna be good and fun.
I for one, I want to just take a second and give a shout out to the NBA because I think the play-in tournament was just absolute genius. It took a year for everybody to buy into it, but now we're seeing less rest days, right? So now when you buy tickets and go to a game, you'll actually see who you went there for. That's from a fan perspective. Thank you. Two, we've already got a taste of playoff basketball before it actually happened. That Clippers Warriors game and that Nuggets Minnesota game, those two games were the best games that I've seen all year, and not even close. Over 25 lead changes, overtime. The referees finally started letting people play. They've been swallowing the whistle a lot more. So yeah, I'm hype about this season, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Well, I guess let's go ahead and start with the playing games. Just kind of go through there. Guys, tomorrow on tomorrow's show and Wednesday's show, we're gonna actually break down these games more and actually give you spread picks and total picks and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, today when we're going through these, we're just gonna kind of say who we think is going to be moving on or who has value, to technically to move on and win these things. Let's see. Let's start out here in the West. We got Golden State. They're playing Memphis, and the winner is going to play Houston. And then the loser of that game is going to have to play the winner of the Kings and the Mavs. Then whoever wins that game, they get
OKC.
They get the pleasure of going to play OKC. So yeah, just to start out here, as far as as far as this actually Golden State Grizzlies game, I'm going to be very quick here. I think actually Golden State gets actually through here, and they are going to play. They play Houston. I think it's not a close game. I think that they breeze through it pretty actually easily here. Joe, what do you think here?
No, I'm just gonna keep this short and sweet. Golden State beats Houston. We might as well look for the. Oh, I'm sorry. Golden State beats the Grizzlies. Then they beat Houston, and I live in Houston. I'm a homer, but I'm not delusional. Like the Golden State Warriors are just a lot more experienced. They're older. They're more mature. They've been there, and with the addition of Jimmy Butler, I think that put Golden State over the hill. Like, had Jimmy Butler started the season, there's no way in hell they'll be a 7 seed right now. Just looking at the last 25 plus so games, they have more than a 75% win record. So, yeah, give me the Warriors over Grizzlies.
Yep. Mr. Spread.
Definitely agree there. Like, unfortunately, the Memphis Grizzlies get to play the OKC Thunder. Basically, the Thunder get to practice their scrimmage against the Grizzlies. It's basically the Thunder's game plan is going to be get as much rest as possible. And with this matchup against the Grizzlies, it is going to be very possible that going into the second and third round of playoffs, that the Thunder are going to be extremely rested compared to the other adversaries in the West. And piggybacking off what Joe said about the Golden State Warriors, they're just playing phenomenal basketball. And honestly, they're too well renowned to be Cinderellas, but I can honestly see them making a deeper run. I really am going to be following both the Golden State Warriors to the playoffs and the Los Angeles Clippers. Those are the two teams that I'm not saying that they're going to come out of the West, but those are the two teams that I'm going to be paying the most attention to going through this playoff season.
So,
just for clarification, so when the Grizzlies lose to Golden State, he's saying that the Grizzlies will beat the winner of the Kings and the Mavs, which I'm on board with that too. But just wanted to let people know in case they didn't know how to play in works.
So that's what I was about to bring up also.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can actually go over to that game next. Kings and Mavs. I mean, I definitely have to lean Kings. I mean, the Mavs there's not a healthy team, man. I like really don't have much on that game. I actually probably won't be betting that game.
Not actually that. Sabonis has owned AD every time they matched up. I think it's like Sabonis has won like 19 out of 21 last head-to-head. So, like, it's something really strange where Sabonis just dominates AD down low. AD is already not healthy, and then you're going up against arguably your arch nemesis in the NBA. And, yeah, I don't see the Kings. I don't see the Kings beating Memphis. I feel like they could beat Dallas, but I don't see them beating Memphis. So, to agree with spread,
I would have to agree there. Go ahead.
To take it one step further, they're not going to get swept by OKC because the Grizzlies' strengths are kind of OKC's weakness. Like, the Grizzlies can get physical, and SGA, he's a guy that if the referees aren't blowing that whistle, like, he's not going to live at the free throw line. Like, he's been averaging in the 30s, but shit, 14 of them been at the free throw line. So if the refs don't blow the whistles and they allow the Grizzlies to get physical, I could see that game going to 6.
Exactly, especially with Jaren Jackson.
But I think the Grizzlies could take them to 6. Being honest.
And it's not just about Ja Morant or Rudy with the Grizzlies. It's really those in between guys that are going to be tough for OKC to guard. It's going to be tough to keep up with Jaren Jackson and Desmond Bane, who now have the ability to heat up just in case Ja Morant is having an off shooting night. Because let's start off, an excited and motivated Ja Morant is very tough. Like, all off court and on court theatrics aside, he's a very tough basketball player to play against when he's motivated. But even when his athleticism isn't carrying the team, you still have such chemistry amongst the team just due to the years that they've had together that could give OKC enough problem to take a game or two.
Yeah, they definitely taking a game or two. I agree wholeheartedly with that. Grizzlies have played without Ja, but we haven't seen OKC without SGA. That we haven't seen enough on that. Not wishing ill on them, but also, has the MVP race been decided? Because that is a factor. Because historically, typically, if a player doesn't win MVP and they think they should have, they tend to just fucking zone out and not be themselves for that series. Because I remember when Joel Embiid thought he won it, and he just turned into a hot fucking dumpster crash.
Yeah. That is something to look at there.
So, I mean, if they give it to Yoke and SGA isn't SGA, I see Memphis making OKC uncomfortable. I'm not going to say they win outright, right? But I am going to say they not getting swept. Hey.
I can see that. I see that. Guys, let's go ahead and head over to the east side here. We got the Magic taking on the Hawks. The winner of that game goes straight into the 7th seed to play the Boston Celtics. Me here, this is a game where I just think that the Magic find their way through here. Really, actually, like as far as actually defense, I think that's where the big difference is going to come here. And the Magic, we all like know, can play great on actually that end. And that's something that the Hawks don't do. So that's where, I mean, I just see a big, I just really see an actual big advantage there. So yeah, I just really think that they find their way through. Josh is asking, do Celtics sweep either one? I don't know if they sweep. I really think that either one of those teams could actually get one game.
Gentlemen sweep, maybe a lot, or a lot more.
Yeah. But yeah, like that's where I see things. Yes, Red Hawk take. I completely agree here. Yeah, if you're in the East 7-8 seed, you either get the Cavs or you get the Celtics, and that's tough.
Yeah. Hot take. I think the way that everything fell, I think Golden State made off like a bandit. Because hear me out. Yeah. Golden State got a much better chance against the Grizzlies and the Rockets than they do Denver right now. Because Denver is a big team and they will beat you in the paint, which is what's Golden State's weakness. So I think them they didn't let them, but I think the Clippers with Zoo and Kawhi and all of those boys, I think they're better suited to try to knock Denver off and Golden State meet up with them later on versus, I think they fell into a deep playoff spot. I think it worked out for the best because had they played Denver probably would send their ass home in the first round versus the Clippers team who's just been red hot lately and anybody can heat up. Like we've seen Harden look like the vintage Harden. Like when that game was in overtime, he was hitting step back after step back. So to me, it's all about who's healthy when, right? And you want these good teams beating up on each other while you cruise through the Grizzlies and the Rockets, and then you see somebody later on, hopefully you have rest and health on your side, right? So I think that worked out favorably for Golden State.
Completely agree there. Completely agree. Then on the other side, you got the Heat versus the Bulls. Winner here. This is, to me, as far as the play-in games go, to me, this is by far the actually best one, by far. I haven't really dug in deep, but just from how things have gone down the stretch here, I feel like I have to lean Heat here. But like I said, I haven't fully dove in yet. But yeah, do either one of y'all have actually anything here?
Dude, the
What
last
what I
oh,
think plays in the Heat's favor is the fact that I don't think we're getting I don't think we're getting Josh Giddey at 100%. And he's been such a core piece to what the Bulls have been able to accomplish in the second half of this NBA season. But slowly but surely, we've seen him slow down due to just physical limitations. I do think that does play a factor, and we're starting to see some of the best Miami basketball closing in on playoff season. And I don't think that's by accident. I You cannot forget who is over there with Miami Heat: Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra began his career as a video coordinator. It's a well-known story about him. And that's one thing that we have a lot of how the Bulls want to play and what they don't like to see. But with Miami Heat, it's just starting to heat up at the right times going in the playoffs. So I can definitely see them giving the Bulls some problems.
the So here we go. The last 3 times these teams matched up in the regular season head to head, 2 was less than a month ago. One was on 3-8, the other was on 4-9. The Bulls have won outright in all 3 times they matched up. Miami does not have an answer for Josh Giddey. So to echo what Spread said, if Josh Giddey isn't 100%, then that may be some issues. Also, it's very hard to sweep a team, right? They've been swept in the regular series, but like Spread said, it's what have you done for me lately? And the Miami Heat are playing their best basketball because they have a Pat Riley and a Spoelstra who's like playoff seeding matters. We want to fall to the team we want to fall to, for one. For two, they know that they could beat. Well, they probably think that they could beat the Bulls, but Miami didn't have all their main starters in all 3 times they played them, right? And either Andrew Wiggins was out, or Bam was out, or Hero was not Hero. Like, there was always something when you dig into those recent box scores. So I think that Miami has a ton of value on it, just because the public is probably going to hammer the Bulls when Miami has a lot of value on it. To me, they have a big man rotation that I absolutely love with Bam and Khalil Ware, who can beat you up down in the paint. We're starting to see the NBA revert away from the small ball. I think, honestly, in my personal opinion, that this is to counter the Golden State Warriors, right? Because when Golden State has that small man lineup out there, it's like, well, hell, how do you stand a chance? Like, you already know you can't outshoot Steph, Paul Zingy, and then wide open Draymond. He is a very good spot up 3-point shooter. So you can't outshoot Golden State, and they're small. So how are you going to beat them? So a lot of teams are starting to revert back to the old days with 2-man, big man lineups. You look at the Celtics; they got Porzingis and the dude named Cornette. That's a double man lineup, right? You look at the Grizzlies; you got Zach Edey and Triple J can get down there. Like, just you look at the Timberwolves. The reason why they're a matchup nightmare. You got Rudy, who's been playing out of his goddamn mind lately, and Julius Randle. They can do bully ball. Like, you have these teams starting to revert back to, okay, well, we may not can outshoot you, but we can out-two you. And the 2 is the more efficient shot. So I don't know, man. I think that there's a ton of value on Miami, to make a long story short.
Yeah, definitely where I'm like on the same actual wavelength there. But guys, we do have some actual series that are already set. We already have series lines up on these games. So let's go ahead and talk about these here. We're gonna start out in the let's start out in the West. These series prices, these actually odds. Sorry, my screen just froze there. We have an actual new sports book that we're going to bring y'all here to show these odds. Joe, who is actually bringing these odds to us?
Challengers.
That is right. Challenger Sportsbooks. We're gonna pull them up here really quick. Let's start with the Clippers and the Nuggets here. It seems like the Nuggets are small favorite here at actually minus 120. If you want the Clippers side, you can get plus 100. Guys, there is a play I like here that I'll go ahead and say. As far as the Clippers side, man, I am going to be on them. I think that they should be an actual small favorite here. As far as Denver, like I know that they have a lot going on, and it's not even really for me about that. It is more about the fact of just how well the Clippers have actually been playing. I mean, to finish the year, what they won, I believe, 18 out of their last 21 games.
Yeah.
I mean, like when you really actually look at it, they're just playing so well. But yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Dude, if you want that, you better hop on it because I'm looking at Bovada and it's moving closer towards a pick'em. It's
Really?
minus 105 to 115 to minus 115.
All right, guys. Well, you see it here.
It's moving closer to pick'em. To me, to echo your thoughts, I'm also on the Clippers. This line doesn't factor in Kawhi being 100% nor Norman Powell being 100%. And I absolutely love what Ty Lue did. They down the stretch, they were able to pull off that record without killing their starters. And I think that's because Ty Lue was in the NBA, right? So when you look at somebody like Thibodeau, who absolutely runs the Knicks starters into the grounds, so by the time they get to the playoffs, they're seeded okay, but they're damn injured. So you look at the Clippers, and it's like they're in the playoffs and they're healthy. I just think there's too much value on that line. If I lose, I lose. Fuck it. But I'm definitely taking the Clippers.
So it looks like the Nuggets opened at minus 155. Now they've dropped to 135. The Clippers opened at plus 130, and now the Clippers are at plus 115. And it looks like 82% of the actual money is on the Clippers to win, which I can agree with.
Which book was that? Is that Bet Online?
It is Bet MGM.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the lines are different at three different books.
Yep. Definitely. So yeah, if actually you like that the actual Clipper side, it looks like you need to go ahead and jump on that now.
Yeah,
because it looks like that
be
is
a pick about tomorrow, bro.
That is definitely moving. Definitely moving.
This line is steaming.
Yep. All right, now let's go. Let's go to the Lakers and the Timberwolves. This one is interesting to me. See the series price here at minus 195. If actually you like the actual Wolves here, you can get a plus 165. This I want to say it like this. This like series should be really good. The market on actually that book is not out yet, but actually like, you can play actually like a series like spread though, like minus 1.5 games, like plus 1.5 games and all that stuff. If you like the Wolves to win here, I would not just take their money line. I would take them at minus 1.5 games. Because if they're gonna do this, I think they're gonna get it done in actually 6 games. I think if this goes to game 7 and actually like they have to go, if you're gonna play the Lakers at actually Lakers home in the 7th game, I just don't see them winning. So as far as value goes, if you like that side, then I would play it that certain way. Me personally, I still don't know. I'm probably just gonna play this game by game.
Bovada just released the series odds. It's plus 230 for that. for that T Wolves minus 1.5.
Minus 1.5.
Plus
Okay.
230. Yeah, they just released it like fresh.
I was just about to say, like, as far as the books, like, should be continually to actually like drop these, because I can see it's definitely not available everywhere yet.
And over total games played in series, just no matter who wins, it's 5.5 at minus 160. So they're letting you know that this is damn near a 7-game series.
Yeah,
but
it's definitely going to be a good one. Mr. Spread, do you have anything here?
Yes. So just I really like the Timberwolves. Something is just really saying that this is going to be one of those marquee moments that you bring up when you discuss Anthony Edwards' career. Like, you remember that series he had against the Lakers? I can just honestly see that this could be one of those marquee moments that you mentioned when you talk about Anthony Edwards down the line, especially with supporting cast. You have Nas Reed, you have Rudy Gobert, you have Julius Randle. Like, you have enough supporting pieces to play and out athleticize, if that is a word, the Lakers. Of course, the Lakers have two wonderful on the court coaches, but when you think of just pure physical talent, who do you want? Would you side with Julius Randle or Austin Reeves? Like Jackson Hayes, Rudy Gobert. The breakdowns really scream, like, on paper, you have to side with the Timberwolves. Now, of course, no one discounts the Lakers' name. Championship pedigree. You think of champions when you think of the Lakers, but on paper, this Timberwolves team is not to be discounted. Not to just give trouble, but to actually, and when they get in the playoffs, they were able to defeat the Nuggets the last couple of years right after that playoff run. So what that means is they actually have a certain level of maturity to win playoff games and to actually give the Lakers more than a run for their money.
So I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to echo what you said, but I'm going to just lay my nuts hang. The Timberwolves are winning this series. They don't have an answer for Julius Randle or Gobert. They're going to out-bully the Lakers. Yes, they're not going to sweep them. Like, let's not be disrespectful and crazy. But at plus 165, I'm laying that. At plus 230, I'm laying that as well. I think this is more so like a gentleman's sweep and then them blaming each other. This Lakers squad is they literally just threw Luka in there less than 8 weeks ago. So, like, you're asking them to go up against a Minnesota team that's had time all year to gel, right? That's one. The T-Wolves are deeper. Like, even when, like, in order to win a 7-game series, LeBron is not going to be able to play 40 minutes a game. Luka's not going to be able to play 35 minutes a game in a 7-game series, right? That's not going to happen. It's not sustainable. The Lakers' last couple wins, when they needed wins, they shrunk their roster down to like an 8 or 9-man rotation. That's a lot of damn minutes going up against a deep Minnesota team. We've seen Nicole Alexander come off the bench. We've seen DiVincenzo get hot. We've seen Nas Reed just take over the playoffs last year. We've seen Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert, by the way, has been going ape shit. Like, if y'all been following me, you've been cashing his points at PRA for a minute. Sweat free, might I add. Just the Lakers don't have an answer. They're outmatched. Like, there's schemes and strategies that you can throw together, yes. But at the end of the day, Ant-Man is still Ant-Man. Like, there's no answer for him on that team. So give me the T-Wolves by far. Like, it's not even close in my opinion. I look at this series as 2-4. T-Wolves.
Well, I think it's going to be a lot closer. But I think it's like, as far as series go, like, I just think that this one's going to be very good. And this is one that I am ready to actually watch. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and go over to the East side now. Bring the odds back up here. Let's start with the Bucks and the Pacers. You got the Pacers favored in this one, minus 210. If you like the Bucks side, you can actually get back plus 175. Um, guys, I personally think that actually this series is actually priced very well. I think the Pacers should actually be an actually decent size favorite here, and actually they are. If they had Dame, it would not be the same thing.
Exactly. Not be priced like that.
Right. But they don't have Dame. So what as far as the Pacers, one of the things I really like about them is they can beat you in multiple different ways. They can really slow the game down and actually like beat you in actually like a low scoring game, or they can speed it way the hell up and actually beat you that way too. Just for me, the Bucks, I mean, this like series like should be good. Like I don't think the Pacers are just gonna like blow them out or anything like that. But I do think that actually, as far as the series price, it actually is priced well though.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I think minus 210. There's no way I'm laying that because I for one am ready to just throw Doc Rivers under the bus. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. I'm ready to throw him under the bus, but his coaching staff, he does have that dude that got fired from the Lakers. Goddamn, Darwin Ham, and I do think he's a fairly decent coach. I think he was a very underrated coach. He did the best with what he could. I just want to mention that Darvin Ham, without AD and LeBron last year, the two best players on the Lakers were able to beat the Celtics in Boston. Just putting that out there. He's a damn good coach. He's very underrated. And he is on that Buck staff. With all that being said, I just think this Pacers team is too deep. It's too many of them. Yep. And there's no Dame. Like, if there was Dame on here, it would be a Bucks by far. Like, it wouldn't even be close. Like, Dame, in my mind, makes up that much of a difference. No Dame equals Kyle Kuzma in the starting lineup jacking up shots. Don't want that. Like, if you ask me, Kevin Porter Jr. is much more equipped than Kyle Kuzma. And if you look at the box score the last couple games the Bucks have played, they've realized that. They told Kyle, yo, you here for defense. Get that three-point shit out your head. Like, get it out. Gary Trent Jr. can shoot. AJ Green deserves way more minutes. And I think they've been noticing that because that little boy can shoot, man. Like, I'm a huge AJ Green fan. The Bucks bench is okay, but the Pacers are just bigger all the way down the depth chart. And that Obi Toppin dude, y'all better look at that kid because he's probably going to be sixth man of the year next year, or he's getting traded and becoming a starter because that boy got a lot of heart. And he's not afraid of anybody. So that's how I see it, man.
Yeah, first off, if I had to be a team of just anyone, I am very, very high on Giannis. Unfortunately for both Giannis and I, because I am taking it personal, the closest thing we've seen them get to an NBA championship is that play-in tournament championship that they're going to take home. And the same mid-season tournament trophy that they're going to be rubbing on their way to Cancun, because I do not see my beloved Bucks making it through the Pacers for two reasons. One being Damian Lillard, and two, just how the Pacers have consistently been. Their lineups are tight. They've been able to play whatever basketball they've needed to play over the course of the calendar year. And also, the Pacers have dealt with so much they've dealt with controlled adversity. So what I mean is they've known what games they needed to win. They won every time. They've known what games that they were able to get enough rest. And so this is the moment that the Pacers team has been preparing for. We're going to run into a Bucks team that just so happened to end up here and without Damian Lillard. While I do feel like Giannis is going to play his heart out for a game or two, I don't see the Bucks making it past the Pacers. I do see the Pacers kind of playing the Cinderella role of this playoff team and really beating some teams that they shouldn't, to fall short of our Eastern Conference champions, who will remain nameless for now.
Sorry. The Bucks won in 2021 because KD had the foot on the line. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then they traded away Drew Holiday to the Celtics, and then the Celtics started dominating. So, yeah, until they do right by Drew, like the Bucks, I rise with Drew, bro. That's my guy. Like, I can't believe they did that to him. But
he does really, Drew. I really like Drew Holiday too, and I think he was a major part of what you can want to do defensively. Like if he's on the bench and there's someone that needs to be guarded, call Drew Holiday. He gets it done every single time.
Drew has been the most underrated starter for a long time, bro. Like he was underrated when he was on the Pelicans. And the reason he's underrated is because he doesn't talk. Like if you look at Drew, he got the same poker face, bro. Him and Kawhi, I'd hate to see them motherfuckers play poker. Like they could literally win the championship and they be high.
Yeah. Good game, fellas.
Exactly. Like show some hype.
Exactly. Well, fellas, let's move over to this last series, and people may think I'm crazy, and I may be crazy, but I think this next series is the most mispriced series that we have. Let me pull it back up here. That is Pistons versus the Knicks. Knicks laying minus 400. I don't know, guys. Am I nuts here? Minus 400 versus the Pistons to me seems crazy high. Like I just don't understand it.
It's insanely high. That is a parlay buster. If I've ever seen a parlay buster, somebody that's a rookie is probably putting these into a parlay, thinking, "Oh, minus 400, no way it can miss." That's missing. That is missing, bro.
Like, that one, I'm really as far as what was it was actually plus 310 to win the series. I definitely don't mind a small play there. What I'm gonna be doing as soon as the markets come actually out here, like I said on actually this certain book, they're actually not actually out yet, but you're gonna be able to get a plus like 2.5 games line at like it has to be a pretty decent line.
It's let me see. Plus 2.5 is juiced to minus 160 on Bovada.
Minus 160.
Mm-hmm. Plus 1.5 is plus 130.
It's a little more than I thought it was going to be at that line, but
the line that I'm taking minus 1.5 is plus 460.
Okay, so you like really like them.
What? This is not close, bro. This is mispriced. I'll wait my turn. No, I'm sorry. I'm just excited.
No, I was gonna say that. Like, hey, I know Joe has a strong opinion about this game. You got it.
Listen to why the Pistons fell to where they fell in the playoff seedings. Right? They literally are matching up against the easiest team in the playoffs, in my opinion. The New York Knicks are not healthy at all. Look at Jalen Brunson. The man has not looked like Jalen Brunson at all since the injury. The man, the New York Knicks doctor said he's on a minutes restriction. His very first game back, he played 34 minutes. That is insane on every level. Like Mikal Bridges, the quiet, soft-spoken, do what he's told, dude. He came out in the media and said, our backups deserve more time. They're better than that. Like, what more do you? We've seen this over and over and over. Karl Anthony Towns, in and out the lineup. Why? He's unhealthy. Big men are not structured to run the court 38 goddamn minutes a game. Every game at that. Like back-to-backs and all of this. Look at OG Anunoby. The man is literally wearing a damn knee brace out there. He's wearing a calf brace. Mitchell Robinson, in and out the lineup. Why? Health. Literally, everybody that is a Knicks fan will tell you. Thibodeau runs their ass into the ground. By the time you limp your ass into the playoffs, none of you are healthy. What good is that? They going home in the first round. And I really think the Pistons put them out. I don't think this series goes past 5. I think it's more like a gentleman's sweep. But I'm going to give the Knicks, because they're a minus 400, I'm going to give them 2 games. But I don't see them going past game 6. Like, I got the Pistons heavy. Like, this is one of those lines where you're going to give me a plus 300. I'm smacking it. Because this is how you buy something nice.
Exactly. When I look at this Knicks and Pistons game, if it's in the second quarter, I'm getting on my sports book, because that's when it's gonna get real. You should probably be able to get the Pistons for a great price going right around halftime.
But think about this though. The Pistons are smart. 1, they have the better coach. 2, they're deeper, right? They're healthier. They're younger. So younger players can run longer and go further, right? Then when you look at it, they intentionally took Cade Cunningham out of the last couple games. They did not want to win, in my opinion, because they wanted the Knicks. All 3 times they matched the Knicks this season, this 2024-2025 season, they've won outright comfortably. What the hell are you looking at? You're looking at the head-to-head over 10 years. This is not the same Detroit Pistons team. I don't know why they keep getting priced like this, but I'm going to keep cashing it. Like, if you've been following me, you know that I know when to bet on the Pistons. And this is it. Like, I'm that confident. I'm usually chill, cool, whatever. I'm going to play it small. No. I'm putting at least pizza and gas money on this.
Yeah. Like I said, yeah, we're all on the same page here. Like I said, this side number to me, it's just way too big.
This is for those people that do those heavy ass juiced parlays. This is a trap for them. Has to be. Like, people doing that minus 400, minus 700 shit to try to get a minus 150 or 170. They're putting 10 grand on it. It's crazy. No.
You want to hear an even odder stat, Joe?
What's up?
According to BetMGM, 92% of the money is on guess who? The New York Knicks.
Even better. I hate riding with the public, bro. I love fading the public. So now I'm at pizza, gas tank, and shoe money.
I agree.
Shit.
Well, fellas, I believe we have gone through all the ones that actually we can. Do y'all have anything else you would actually like to add here?
I'm still very sad that the Bucks just so happen to have the Indiana Pacers. Also, when was the last time you've seen the Lakers and the Clippers both be good in the playoff picture?
Well, they both had some health issues. It wasn't like, because you had years where Kawhi was in and out. Then you had the bubble, right? The COVID, the Ashes ring where the Lakers won. I don't know.
That's something to pay attention to. I do feel like this year really leans in the Clippers' favor. But it's so hard. Like, you're just not used to seeing them be the playoff team coming out of LA. But I will be watching the Clippers closely this playoffs.
Honestly, if you look at the Clippers, right? If they make it past Denver, they play OKC next, right?
Oh.
So it's like, shit, we've already seen that. That's a game 7 waiting to happen, right? So, I mean, the Clippers are more mature. OKC was the youngest team in the league last year. I think they still are the youngest team in the league, but they have more experience this year. You look at the Lakers, they're not beating the Timberwolves. And if for whatever reason they can beat the Timberwolves, they definitely not beating the Lakers. I mean the Warriors. So I don't see them going past 2 rounds this year. I really don't see them going past the first, but
Agree with you there. All right, fellas. Gonna have one more question here, and this is where we're gonna end. Who wins it all? Spread.
Pretty sure we're on the line, but it's gonna be the Quad, one of the deepest teams in the NBA. Very, it's been very mellow. You haven't talked about them. All you know is they walk around with the leprechaun behind them. And that's not going to be the popular pick just due to all the recent news. But it's so hard when you game plan to beat Jason Tatum. You play into Jaylen Brown's strengths. When you game plan against Jaylen Brown, you still have to deal with the depth. Like it's just so many different scenarios that it's going to be damn near impossible to plan against with the Celtics. That they're honestly my favorite to win it all. Of course, they're not the flashy options. And you would say, well, the Cleveland Cavaliers have the best regular season record. We've seen regular season record holders fall before. And the reason the Cleveland Cavaliers is going to be their path to get to the Eastern Conference Finals is going to make a difference. The Celtics are going to be able to rest and play the lineups that they've been able to play throughout the year to keep both of them rested to get to the Eastern Conference Champions Finals. And whoever in the West is just going to be a slobber knocker to get to the Western Conference Finals. So whoever comes out of the West is going to be at least a little bit winded. Even if it is the Thunder, they're still going to be a little bit winded. So my nod is going to be with the Boston Celtics.
Let me look at something here because I feel like even though the Celtics are the actual 2 seed, I feel like that more people are saying this. Yeah, okay, yeah. The Celtics to win the East are actually minus 155, and then the Cavs are actually plus 165. So even though the Celtics are the 2 seed, I actually think that Celtics are the actual popular pick here. Actually by far. But go ahead, Joe.
I honestly I don't want to just steal what Spread just said, but I got T-Wolves versus Celtics in the finals.
Okay.
Honestly, I see that going 7 games, and if healthy, I think I'm not gonna say the T-Wolves can win it all, but if they were ever gonna do it, damn it, this is the closest they're gonna get because I feel like they'll. Let's see. I don't know. I'm riding with the Celtics T-Wolves. Celtics in 7. I see this as a can the Celtics three-peat type of year. It just really got that vibe on it. Like Spread said, the Cavs are gonna play the Bulls or the Heat, right? Because we both agree that whoever Atlanta's not gonna beat either the Bulls or the Heat. Right? They don't play defense. So the Bulls and the Heat have a very good matchup against the Cavs. So I think that series will make me a lot more nervous than the Celtics versus the Pistons, which will be later on down the line. Yeah, it would be dope. That's a 7-game series, man. I just like old school vibe teams. I like players that talk they trash on the court and actually back it up. I don't like floppers. I like bully ball. That's my personal favorite. But I mean, I can't just discount everything the Clippers have done because shit, the Clippers Nuggets, that's gonna be a hell of a series. But that's also why I'm so heavy on the T-Wolves is because the Clippers Nuggets got game 7 written all on it. And then the winner of that will go play OKC. Game 7 written all on it. You know what I mean? So that's arguably a 14-game series for the Nuggets or the Clippers. And then when they do match up against the T-Wolves will definitely have the rest advantage. So, I mean, just jumping all the way ahead, that matters. That's why I think Celtics T-Wolves, Celtics in 7.
So both of y'all went with the Celtics. So guess I'm gonna have to go with the Miami Heat. Nah.
I was like, not the Pistons? Like,
yeah. The Pistons, there is a path where I actually could see that. But no. But actually, since both of y'all went with the Celtics, I actually will go Cavs here. I actually do think that they have a very good shot here. Um, and seeing the Celtics favored to win the East actually as much as they are, I think that's way actually more of a 50-50 there.
Yeah.
So if you're just looking at value wise, then I'm gonna have to go with the Cavs here. Yeah, guys, appreciate y'all jumping on here. And actually everybody watching, appreciate y'all jumping on a show where we're not really giving out, the daily picks. We actually still have over 400 people live here, so definitely appreciate y'all. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock, and we will be giving you game picks then. So make sure to tune in every day this actually week, and we will have you covered, and we will have to play the day back and actually just all of that. So make sure to tune back in tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We will see y'all then. Joe, if you want to take us out.
Like my boy Calla said, you either win with us or watch us win. Either way, let's fucking win, baby.
Let's fucking win. See you guys.